So, second, Mr. Timon, get ready. Our first candidate for the Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Georgios Kormpras. Do you like to give an opening statement or go directly to the questions?
Sure, I'll give a short opening statement.
Please do.
So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity for the DLC and the District Council. So, as DTM Kamal has introduced me, my name is DTM George Kormpras. I'm currently the Division A Director, and I decided to apply for this position as I bring a combination of educational leadership, Toastmasters experience, and proven execution. As Director of Student Affairs and a faculty member at Ali Yamamoto University, I design systems that develop people and deliver measurable impact. And speaking of Ali Yamamoto University, under my leadership, we have given a lot of support to District 79 by hosting SATAC 2024, giving our venue in both Riyadh and Khobar for different division, area, and club events, and also in a few days hosting SATAC 2026. My vision and understanding of program quality is not just in theory, but in delivery, scale, and impact across the district. Over to you, DTM Sameh.
Thank you. Your first question is, how would you define and measure quality at the club level? How would you define and measure quality at the club level?
Right. So at Toastmasters, we're very lucky because we have tangible quality measures. We have our DCP points. But I don't think quality only comes from points, because as we know, speeches may be given and points may be accumulated. But the quality, I think, comes to the member. How ready are our members to deliver speeches? How ready are our members to go and give a speech in a conference, talk to a meeting in their work? And how are they able to deliver all of these aspects that they learned in Toastmasters? Because we have to think that Toastmasters is an educational program. I'm an educator, and we use textbooks. Toastmasters does not use textbooks, but it has pathways. And pathways are there to give us support, to give us help, and to give us all the material necessary that we need in order to improve and become better. And those are measured outside outside Toastmasters in our working place by us giving speeches, by us moderating a panel, and doing all other activities. So that would be my method of measuring those aspects of Toastmasters.
Your second question, describe a time you improved a struggling learning or training program. I'll repeat, describe a time you improved a struggling learning or training program.
That's the story of my life. As I said, I work at Ali Yamamoto University, and I directed the Center for Executive Education for almost 5 years, where we had different kinds of programs. And always when you work in delivery and you work with programs, there's always struggling programs. That would be complaints from the students, complaints from the instructor, complaints from the educational institution or the company that they're there. I think going back to the basic principles of designing an educational program is where you listen to what are the needs of your audience, what are the needs of the company or the person or the entity that is organizing that aspect. For me, there were various programs that I was responsible, and some of them were struggling. What I did was I listened to what the program needed and then implemented the changes. The changes, of course, cannot come overnight. You have to make certain that there is a process, that you respect, there's integrity, there is transparency, and all the stakeholders are together moving forward.
Third question, what is your strategy to improve member retention through education programs? What is your strategy to improve member retention through education programs?
I think what we need to do in our district, and we're doing it to a certain extent, is going back to the member. The member is the most important pillar of District 79 and of all districts in Toastmasters. We need to make certain that the member, any member that is there, any member that has been there, they understand what do they get out of Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a whole, I would call it a university of public speaking, leadership, and in general, a development university. So we need to make certain that people understand what do they get, how do they get it, and what can they do with it. Making certain through quality programs and trainings and networking sessions, face-to-face, online, in different aspects, because we also have to think about our audience. We do have Toastmasters in our district of different ages, but we need to attract the youth. I see students every day aged from 18 over to, I would say, 30. They have no idea about Toastmasters. We used to have a club at my university with 15 to 17 members. With awareness, with lots of exposure, with giving different kinds of events, we have now gone up to 50 members with 2 clubs and opening a new club in our other campus. So I think we need to make certain that people know what Toastmasters is and how affordable it is to keep them, but also recruit new members through quality programs.
What role should technology play in improving program quality? What role should technology play in improving program quality?
Technology, and as I said, as an educator, is a tool. It's not panacea. It's not going to solve everything, but it will show us and it will help us and assist us in what we do. As you know, a Toastmaster, you know that we used to have our pathways. Well, you know, the booklets that we used to have in the past, the manuals that were not online. Now pathways are online. They're more interactive. Even Toastmasters brought the old projects that we had, the legacy projects that are now available to us through technology. We need to trust technology as a tool. We do not need to make technology that will resolve all the problems that we have. At the end of the day, we are important. We are humans, and we are going to make certain that we deliver the message. We are the leaders, we are the speakers, and technology will assist us in that aspect. It will not replace public speaking. It can help us, but it cannot replace us.
You have 2 minutes remaining. Do you like to have a closing statement or continue with the questions?
I'll continue with a question.
How would you handle resistance to education initiatives? How would you handle resistance to educational initiatives?
I think resistance is something that happens everywhere in life, and why not in Toastmasters? We're all here to learn. We're all here to be attentive. We're all here to negotiate. We're all here to do all sorts of things. There will be resistance, but by providing different kinds of, I want to say, solutions, options, aspects, respecting older members, respecting new members, attention spans, and all of those, we need to be able to discuss, work together, collaborate, and make certain that everybody is heard. And through, again, quality programs in different forms and aspects, even on social media, even TikToks, even all different kinds of aspects.
Thank you so much, DTM Georgios, and apology for muting you. You reached to the 8 minutes. Let's call for the second candidate, Omar Malik.
Facilitator DTM Omar Malik in the room.
Please spot him. And DTM Omar, please open your video. DTM Omar, can you confirm that you're seeing the timer?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Timer, get ready. Our second candidate for PQD, DTM Omar Malik. Do you like to start with an opening statement or go directly to the questions?
We would love to start with your questions, DTM Samir.
Thank you. How would you define and measure quality at the club level? Again, how would you define and measure quality at the club level?
Thank you very much, DTM Samir Kamal, dear District Council leaders. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. When was the last time you went to a club meeting expecting it to be so powerful and eager to turn it back? when we have some brilliant speakers and we have more speakers willing to come forward. When we had not only table topics, but have various type of impromptu session, an evaluation session, which is the cream of the meeting, so that every one of us could learn. Proper Toastmasters meeting, a quality meeting, in which a member, when he leaves the meeting, he comes back with a handful of knowledge. TTM Samir.
Describe a time you improved a struggling learning or training program. I'll repeat. Describe a time you improved a struggling learning or training program.
TTM Samir, a few years back, to be precise, 2016, we started 5 Gather clubs at one school. It was first of a kind, and 5 Gather clubs had more than 250 Gaveliers. So there were 5 classrooms filled with 5 different ages of students. With every Gather club have 7 Toastmasters to help the Cavaliers. So imagine a hall of 250 Cavaliers and 35 Toastmasters coming together and acting upon for 5 Gather clubs. The problem we had in the beginning was, number one, the time. Number two, the people, the members, the school, the administration, they were not aware of what Toastmasters is actually all about. That's why I always believe the best part is to knock at the door. Ask the members what they know. Ask them what they want. Ask them why they want to join. So once we fulfill those 3 whys, it's become much easier to move forward, to have those answers. So that's what I did. Back to you, William Sam.
What is your strategy to improve member retention through education programs? What is your strategy to improve member retention through educational programs?
I have been in Toastmasters at UGC. I mean, born and brought up in Toastmasters in 2004 and officially becoming a member in 2010. I have seen members fighting with the VP Education, asking for the roles, responsibilities, giving the speeches. And why it used to happen? Because there was an eagerness to learn. It was easy to understand. The most important part is to communicate with the members, to make sure that they know how to set up their pathways. Within a span of short time, when a member joins a club, he should immediately be called onto a Zoom or Meetup to let them know what Pathways is all about. Help them by one-to-one mentor and mentee program. The reason we lose members is we don't call them back. We'd have one good meeting and then we fall. We need to have sustainable quality meetings. We need to have meetings where the ambitions, the goals, and targets of the members are achieved. We ask the members what they want. That's what we deliver. That is how the members' retention would be developed. Read him, Samir.
What role should technology play in improving program quality? What role should the technology play in improving program quality?
The post-COVID era has been a unique example of all this technology coming into educational programs, not only referring to Toastmasters, but also in our daily work lives. I'm from the old days, from Yahoo Messenger. It was hardly a case for us to call to Pakistan and other countries to our family members. And now, within a blink of eye, you are just there, if not physically. We have some outstanding leaders, outstanding trainers, which are at our resource. Unfortunately, they are not within our area. The best part is we can ask them to come and join us through various other electronic platforms. We should not only restrict ourselves to that 2 hours of meeting or the club officers training or the district leadership training or those 4 workshops which we do before the contest. No, we should use the facilities given. And the district is paying for it already. The district has a Zoom account. They have all those resources. It's just about using those resources and putting things into order. So technology plays a vital role, starting from pathways till we go even today. We don't have a showcase in person, but we are making it here possible.
How would you handle resistance to educational initiatives? How would you handle resistance to educational initiatives?
It takes time for us to develop for something new. But once we are properly introduced, but once we properly know what it is, what advantages does it tell us, what it has for us in the box, once we start exploring, the water might feel very deep, but once you learn swimming, you start enjoying those waves. You start enjoying those pools. Similarly, is the most important thing for pathways as well. And not only pathways, but for all the education program. Let the message be conveyed to the members. We need to bring back the pathways ambassadors for every division. Take it deep down to the clubs. Take it deep down to the members. When was the last time a senior Toastmaster was inducted into pathways? It has been a long time. Let us knock at those doors.
Do you like to go for the closing statement or continue with the
Yes,
question?
DTM Samir.
Closing statement?
Yes.
Please do.
Dear leaders, when was the last time you went to a club meeting and left thinking that I'm going to join the next club meeting? You were excited for it. You wanted it to happen so eagerly that you waited for the next meeting and the days were not passing by. We need to come together for better meetings, stronger clubs that could result in better tomorrow. We need to have a better tomorrow. And how we can do it? Number one, to put ourselves as Toastmasters. The promise which we took as Toastmasters, we come forward, act upon it. Follow the TMI values, and more importantly, volunteer.
Thank you, DTM Omar. Let's proceed with the third candidate, Toastmaster Rao, distinguished Toastmaster Rao. So Zoom Master, please confirm whenever he is available. Okay, Toastmaster Rao, distinguished Toastmaster Rao, can you confirm that you are seeing the timer?
One moment, please. Yes, I can see the timer.
Okay. Our third candidate for the PQD, distinguished Toastmaster Rao. Do you like to start with an opening statement or go to the questions?
Opening statement, please.
Please do.
Dear esteemed fellow district leaders, Assalamu alaikum, good evening, my dear leaders. My name is Narasimha Rao, and it has been my honor to serve you as the District 79 Club Growth Director. You all know that this role is the period which is an excellence growth with tangible results. By now, we already reached 106 clubs, which is paid already, and 4,600 and above members, which is already paid, with the 3 new clubs, which is coming, and 6 in the pipeline. Definitely, we are running towards to have a great Smedley district, inshallah, by June 2026. I respectfully urge you all and putting in forward that as a candidate for the program quality director, where I have a vision that re-elevate, re-engage, and revolutionize. What we are going to do in the upcoming new year, new term, is that we are going to strengthening the educational system by using the existing pathways. How we need to do that? By giving empowerment to the Vice President Educations, and also giving the infrastructure, the facilities to conduct the meetings for the clubs, as well as recognition to those who will support our district for the growth in respect to the quality. Well, you all know that we are in the urge of working as a team, and also we need to have a great structure in respect to the leadership, where everyone will work together as a team and will strive to reach to the pinnacle of the success. Well, dear leaders, the development of the strategic way is only one way where we need to go to the next level. Our key initiatives are advanced pathways, how we need to capture, how we need to learn. These things we will focus on the training programs, one-to-one training programs, as well as a group. And of course, the comprehensive club officer trainings will be there, and systematic dissemination of best practices from high performance clubs. Those who are already on the high performance, we
Ms.
will
Master
allow
Rao,
them. Yes.
this is a statement, please, not a speech.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's first start with the questions.
Okay.
Okay. How would you define and measure quality at the club level? I'll repeat.
Yes.
How would you define and measure quality at the club level?
This is one of the vision of mine, that the VP education, whoever is there, will be empowered, and then he or she will see, the member will see that everyone is going to follow the pathways by having monitor that whether the member is understanding the pathways when he is going through the slides in the web portal. If not, for example, if anyone says that, okay, if he or she is asking, we are there, the leaders are there, the member who is empowered will always give them the guidance. This is how we need to see the quality of the club. Samir?
Describe a time you improved struggling learning or training program. Describe
Fantastic.
a time you improved a struggling learning or training program.
Yes, this is actually apt to my quality as a human being, a quality as a leader. As you all know that I have been the training manager for the District 79. During that time, those who were there, they know that how we have been in touch with each and every member about their knowledge, information which they got through these trainings. We have conducted group trainings as well as individual trainings. Thereby, the member will be empowered with the knowledge, information, so that he or she can able to complete the pathways accordingly. Thank you so much. DTM Samir.
What is your strategy to improve member retention through education program? What is your strategy to improve member retention through education programs?
The answer for this question is only one statement. If there is a quality through the efforts which we are placed for the member, that means if the member is happy and if the member is enough to handle the pathways, the club will become a quality club, and area, division, and district. So this is how we are going to strengthening our clubs, so that there is no look back from the district in order to have a great Smedley district. Thank you, DTM Samir.
What role should technology play in improving program quality? Or if you
Yeah.
want to go for closing statement, you have the option.
Okay, I will go with the closing remarks.
Go, please.
Thank you so much. Dear esteemed leaders again, Assalamu alaikum, good evening. You choose the right person. You choose the right leader who is going to support you. You all know that how we worked this year, how we supported. Accordingly, you choose the right leader, and I hope I am the best. And I have that confidence which I can able to support you all. And yes, you will see the best out of the best in our district in respect to the program quality. Thank you so much. Back to our DTM Samir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rao. Fellow Toastmasters, by that, we conclude the interviews with the Program Quality Director candidates. And now we'll move